day, Mr. Kiefer.
Hi.
We've heard testimony from the coroner, the paramedics, the police officers that were on the scene at the West Jetty near Front Street on December 18th, the night that Louis Greco died. Were any of them present at the moment of Louis Greco's demise?
Officer Taylor Cannon said she was, but I didn't see it till after it was all over. Greco was dead.
Were you there?
Yeah?
Did you see him die?
Yeah.
Mr. Kiefer, we want to hear it from the horse's mouth. According to the coroner, Mr. Greco died from a massive brain hemorrhage caused by a series of blows or a blow from a blunt instrument. Now, according to Officer Cannon, you killed Mr. Greco with your bare hands. Did you?
No. I did not.
Mr. Kiefer, did you fight with Louis Greco on the night of December 18th?
Yes.
So you were behind some of the injuries that the coroner testified to?
Yes, all of them. Except the one he got when he fell back after I knocked the gun out of his hand. He smashed his head on an I-beam.
You're talking about the coup de grace, the fatal blow. Now, where were you when that happened?
Standing there about 3 feet away, staring at him.
Let's start at the beginning. How did you and Mr. Greco come to be at the Jetty on the night of December 18th?
He kidnapped Julia.
Julia Santos, your fiancée.
He used chloroform. He dragged her from Wild Wind, drugged her, threatened her with a gun, planned, I was told, to run with her to Canada.
But you found them.
Well, Julia escaped. As she yanked the steering wheel, wrecked the car, ran. Louis caught up with her on Front Street. He tried to strangle her. And if I'd gotten there that much later, he'd have killed her.
Objection, Your Honor. Speculation. Sustained.
Thank you, Your Honor. What did Mr. Greco do when you arrived on the scene?
He ran away.
You chased him?
After I made sure Julia was all right and her brother showed up, I went after him.
You knew where to find him?
I knew I'd run him down. And I did. And then I hit him. And I kept hitting him. I punished him for everything he ever did to Julia and her family. And I wanted to kill him. But I couldn't. I couldn't kill a man. Not even one who deserves it.
What did you do after you decided not to kill Mr. Greco?
I told him. Better than you. After I told him what he was worth, I turned around to go back to Julia.
Did Officer Cannon make her presence known?
No.
What did Mr. Greco do then?
As soon as my back was turned, he found that gun.
How could you tell he was dead?
He wasn't moving. No pulse. Dead.
You realize, of course, that there's a large discrepancy between your version of the events and Officer Cannon's version.
I'm telling the truth. She's not.
Objection. Sustained. Mr. Kiefer, the jury will decide who's telling the truth. Warn your client to stick to the facts. The jury will disregard the defendant's last statement.
Who notified the police?
I did. There was a payphone just up the street.
When you went to call 911, where was the gun?
Lying there where I kicked it, I suppose.
And when you came back from the call, where was the gun?
I don't know. Gone.
Gone. Gone and never found. What do you think happened to that gun there, Mr. Kiefer?
That's a really good question.
Anything more. Look, I was stupid and impatient, and now I'm filled with remorse. Do you believe me?
That's part of the problem. I always believe you. Every time you make a promise to me, I always think that you mean it.
I've made a lot of mistakes in my life. But I have loved you since the first time you ever kissed me. I've never stopped.
Wait a minute. I first kissed you?
We kissed each other.
I didn't kiss you first, all right? I never start things, Adam. You are the one who started this.
Fine. You want to give me the credit? I will take it gladly and proudly. You made my life deeper and richer. You taught me love. Real love. And I keep screwing it up. Please don't agree with me. Just tell me that you love me in spite of my flaws.
I love you in spite of your flaws. Ending our relationship was not my choice. It was yours.
My damn pride. It trips me up more than anything.
Oh, more than your greed? More than the firm conviction that you are the center of the universe?
Guilty as charged.
You know what you said to me, Adam? You said, marry me or else. All or nothing.
Take it back. I swear I will accept with good grace whatever you give me. I will eat humble pie. I'll wear a hair shirt. I'll fall down on my knees and scramble across broken glass if only you'll tell me that we can forget this ever happened.
What about promising to spend the rest of your life making it up to me?
That too. Unconditional surrender. Whatever you want. No strings. However you want it, that's the way it'll be. Why are you smiling? No, never mind. Don't answer. I know that I've said all these things before, but I mean it this time. I swear. I swear I'll control myself. If you say to me, Adam, I can't have dinner with you tonight because I have to work, I will say, darling, you go right ahead. You work well. You make it shine. And I'll call you later when you have more time. On my word of honor. Look, I've never meant anything more in my life. Just tell me that there's nothing standing in the way of us getting back together. Well, is there?
What? Something wrong? What, did they overcharge me?
You spent this much in one morning?
Oh, excuse me. You wanted me to shop at what, Five and Dime? Bargain basement?
No, Chelsea, it's just
No.
I thought that...
Forget it. I know what you thought. You thought that I should go shopping and get real cute things for the baby. Not what I wanted.
No, Kelsey, that's not true. I really wanted you to find something nice for yourself, but I thought that you would at least use some sense.
Oh, now I have no sense. I'm not
Oh,
trustworthy.
now, come on, don't put words
You know
in
what?
my
I
mouth.
don't believe you.
Don't-
What's the problem?
The problem? Your wife thinks that I'm a thief.
All My Children, brought to you by Tylenol Sinus. Maximum strength Tylenol Sinus. The strength you need from the name you trust.
Non-alcoholic Irish Cream Cafe. New from General Foods International Coffees.
Picture yourself with someone dark and handsome,
Then I'm your man.
with a mysterious past
There are a lot of skeletons in my closet.
and a hidden passion.
Things happen.
Picture yourself with Pierce Riley, one of the many men you love in All My Children.
Wow.
Don't worry about it. I'm going to return every bit of it.
No, Kelsey, I told you didn't have to do that.
You think I'm as awful as she does.
Maria doesn't think you're awful, and neither do I. Listen, we don't want you to take anything back. We want you to keep it.
So you're not mad?
No, of course not. You went a little overboard, but people do that every once in a while, especially under times of high stress, right, honey?
Well, yeah, it's understandable under certain conditions.
Happy
but
birthday, Kelsey.
Are you sure? You looked just as shocked as she did. You're sure you're not mad?
I would have been mad if we couldn't afford it, but we can. So I'm not. So enjoy it in good health.
I knew he'd understand.
Consider it a gift from both of us.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
See you later.
Honey, don't you think that maybe you were a little easy on her? I mean, come on, overindulgent, I'd say.
You've already told me you love me. It's just a simple step to forgive and forget.
Simple.
Look me in the eye. Look in my eyes. These eyes have never been able to lie to you and get away with it. I love you. I need you. Name your terms.
Why couldn't you have said all this to me before?
Actually, I have said this to you many times before. The problem is I keep forgetting it, but now it is engraved permanently. And the next time that I forget and think I own you, then I'll remember that I don't, that you're your own woman, you're independent, who chooses, maybe chooses, to be with only me.
I do love you.
One more chance, Brooke.
You are so...
There's one more chance to prove that we can do it.
I should have my head examined.
You forgive me?
Yes.
Yes!
All right.
Are we back? Hey, look at me. Are we back together?
It's on my terms.
Your terms, any terms. I'm going to make you happier than ever before in your entire life. I swear I will.
I never wanted you out of my life. I have loved you too much and too long to ever have that happen. I just couldn't let you take control of my life. And I'm never going to let that happen again. Do you understand me?
Yes, absolutely.
Never.
Positively. I swear I will never mention the word marriage. I won't even whisper it in your ear when we're making love. And I promise I will respect your need for self-rule, for self-sovereignty, whatever feminist principle that you live by. I will back you all the way. I swear to God.
I hope you have lightning insurance.
I love every independent inch of you. I always will. Say you love me.
I love you. No.
No, why not?
Because it's broad daylight. Come on, I have a million things to do. I haven't even unpacked yet. What is so funny?
Nothing, not a darn thing. Can I call you later when the sun is a little closer to the yard arm?
You may.
You're going to change your mind.
You have my word.
Your word is good enough for me. I'll call you later.
Okay. Adam? Thank you.
Every word I said came from you.
I know.
Later.
On my terms, huh? Here. Won't you come in?
Thanks.
Is everything okay?
Sure. Yeah, here. Probably should have called before I came by. I was at the gallery and just driving by. Drove up your Aunt Phoebe's pasture and came in the back way. Boy, if we have another warming spell, the plum trees are going to be blooming soon.
Would you like some coffee or soda or...
No, thank you. I saw Adam's car.
Yeah, he left.
Yeah, that's why I waited.
Are you sure you don't want some coffee?
You know, I want to, I don't know, talk about what happened the other night. I mean, we never really got to talk about it.
No. I think we sort of stepped around it.
Yeah.
So now, we should discuss it.
Yeah. Go ahead.
No, you go ahead.
No. Ladies first.
What's that, like women and children into the lifeboats first?
Yeah, sort of. But you're a better conversationalist, so...
Well, look what happened the other night. I don't think we planned for it to happen. And I don't think that it was anticipated. At least I know I didn't anticipate it. It was memorable. It was wonderful.
Is that like never, having been somewhere before, but you always thought of? Kind of like a dream?
It was very special.
Yeah, I didn't think I could be, or feel like that.
I know what you mean.
Wow, what a beautiful winter day it is out there. It's bracing. Stuart, how are you? Is this a friendly visit or am I in the doghouse? I haven't seen you this happy since before you and Brooke broke up. We're back together. As of right now. She forgives me. All is well. You took my advice? That's right. I went to her, I told her I was wrong. I apologized, threw myself on her mercy. She missed me as much as I missed her. She forgives you? She loves only me. Are you sure you're not going to try to buy her or own her or try to tell her what to do with... Never again. And she believes you? Yes, she does. That's the best news I've heard in weeks, Adam. Thank you. I'm proud of you. And glad you won't be needing this message. What message? From your private investigator. About Mr. Riley, Mr. Pierce Riley.
I really don't know what happened to Greco's piece. And I know the cops look for it, use divers and what all like that, but like I said, we were right next to the river. Maybe the gun fell in and got buried by currents.
You sure Mr. Greco had a gun?
I'm positive. It was a .38 revolver. I couldn't miss it. He was waving it around in my face.
No further questions. Your witness.
Thank you. Good day, Mr. Keeper.
Same to you.
Thank you. Now, it's your testimony that the deceased Louis Greco had a .38 special revolver on December 18th, 1995, the night he died. Is that correct?
That's right.
Did he threaten you with it?
Me and Julia. Earlier, before he tried to strangle her.
What about your gun?
That night, I didn't have a gun.
No?
No.
So you would have us believe that you went out looking for Julia and Louis Greco and you left your gun at home?
I didn't have a gun.
But you did purchase an illegal handgun from a Front Street dealer sometime in November 1995, didn't you? A .38 special, in fact, wasn't it? Maybe this will refresh your memory. I'd like to enter into evidence prosecution's exhibit number 13. It's a videotape of the cutting-edge television show taped January 31st, 1996.
Your Honor, defense objects to evidence being introduced that wasn't covered in disclosure.
Your Honor, this tape was made available to the defense.
My client has not had a chance to see the tape.
Due to the timely nature of this evidence, objection overruled. We discussed this in chambers, Mr. Dillon.
I think the jury will find this most enlightening.
But anybody attempting to buy an illegal handgun is obviously out to avoid identification, which means that at some point these will probably be used in the commission of a violent crime.
Look, man, I don't do no surveys, all right? And don't forget protection. Nobody's prices are better than mine.
Come on. You expect us to believe that you sell to regular people? Oh, by the way, honey, on your way home from work, would you stop and get a quart of milk, a loaf of bread, and an automatic?
You know that kid, Noah Kiefer, that's up for murder? Yeah, as soon as Louis Greco got sprung, Kiefer came to me to buy a piece. He said he needed it to take care of some business.
I'll ask you the question again, Mr. Kiefer. Did you purchase an illegal handgun from a Front Street dealer several weeks before the death of Louis Greco?
Yes. For protection, which probably wasn't too smart, so I didn't carry it around. I didn't need it against Louis Greco.
No one is suggesting that Louis Greco died of gunshot wounds. In fact, as the defense has pointed out, Louis Greco died from a blow or a series of blows to the back of the head. Clearly the work of a very angry man.
Objection. The coroner testified as to the scope of the injuries, not my client's mental state.
Sustained.
Mr. Kiefer, when you left Julia on that pier and you went to chase Louis Greco down, did you intend to kill him?
I didn't kill him.
That's not the question I asked. We've heard a lot of testimony and have signed affidavits all attesting to the many threats you made against Louis Greco. And when you chased him down that waterfront, did you intend, when you caught him, to kill him?
I had talked about killing him?
Because you were angry. This man had raped your girlfriend. He had harassed her. He had kidnapped her, drugged her. He was on his way to dragging her to Canada. You would have loved to have seen him dead, wouldn't you?
You're damn right I would have loved to have seen him dead. Jackson, you would have too.
Sustained.
Thank you, Mr. Kiefer. I have no further questions.
Redirect, Mr. Dillon?
Yes, Your Honor. I have one question. Mr. Kiefer, did you kill Louis Greco in cold blood?
No. I did not.
Thank you.
You may step down. Call your next witness.
Defense calls Julia Santos.
Raise your right hand. Swear that you will tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you.
I do.
State your name and address.
Julia Santos, 195 Stanton Street, Pine Valley.
Hello, Julia.
Hi.
Are you nervous?
Yes,
Well, we'll try to make it as easy as possible.
thank you.
All right. According to the evidence that we have in hand that you have signed already, Louis Greco forcibly abducted you from Wildwood, the residence of your sister and your brother-in-law, the night before he died.
That's correct.
Did he drug you?
Yes.
Did he hit you?
Yes.
Did he threaten to shoot you?
Yes.
Now, in your opinion, do you think he would have carried through on those threats if Noah Kiefer hadn't rescued you?
I have no doubt in my mind that he would have.
How long have you known that defendant?
Since the tornado hit Pine Valley, June of 1994. I was hurt. I was lost and confused, and he took me in. He saved my life.
You're his fiancée. Do you feel you know him better than anyone else?
Yes.
In your opinion, could Noah Kiefer have killed Louis Greco in cold blood?
No. Noah has a temper. He feels things more than most people do. But he would never kill anyone in cold blood. He couldn't. He's kind and decent, and he has a respect for human life that he would never betray.
The .38 caliber that Noah testified to buying on Front Street, were you aware of that?
Yes.
Did you approve of that?
No.
In fact, you were responsible for him getting rid of it, weren't you?
Yes.
Did Louis Greco have a .38 special the night he died?
Yes.
You saw it.
Yes. He was going to kill me with it, but he decided to strangle me instead.
What happened with that gun?
I don't know. Someone could have walked by and picked it up before the police arrived.
Officer Cannon claims that there was no gun. Do you believe her?
No.
She knew Noah Kiefer roughly as long as you did. They had a relationship. Why would she lie?
She loved him. He didn't love her back. She was making him pay.
Objection. Speculation.
Overruled.
Thank you. In your opinion, was Taylor Cannon obsessed with Noah Kiefer?
Yes.
Taylor.
I can't listen to this.
I know. It's got to be tough.
It's Noah. Trevor and Jackson made me testify against him. I feel horrible that it's turned out this way. You know, I wish there was something that I could say or do to help
You can't blame yourself. I don't blame you. I haven't forgotten. You gave me Noah's gun. You never would have done that if you wanted him to go to jail for this.
Thank God you believe in me, Matt. Why can't anyone else?
When I took her to lunch for a surprise birthday at the Valley Inn, and I mentioned to her about the internship that a friend of mine had at a magazine in Oregon, she made it sound like we were trying to run her out of town.
Uh-oh.
Well, don't worry about it. I smoothed it over, but I think. But we just have to realize she's obviously very fragile right now.
You don't think that she's going to change her mind about going back to Oregon after the baby's born, do you?
She's very unpredictable.
Well, I mean, why did she mention staying here with Ruth and Joe and her family here?
She says she likes it here in Pine Valley.
I think I better have a talk with her.
I think you better tread carefully.
No, I will. I'll be very diplomatic, but I think I should make her understand, for the sake of the baby, that she needs to move on with her life. She's got to get a job and finish school and away from here.
I'm on your side.
Okay. I know. Okay. Well, trust me. I'll make her understand. And I'll take these.
Go.
May I come in?
It's your house.
Got your CDs and some. Cute hat.
You changed your mind. You want me to take it all back?
No, I missed the Valley Inn celebration, and I really wanted to make it up to you.
Well, the hat's cheap.
Kelsey, I would like to have a talk with you about plans.
Whose? Yours? Or mine?
Both, really. After the baby's born.
You talked to Edmund about his friend, the magazine in Oregon.
Well, Edmund is concerned, and so was I. Kelsey, we really want what's best for you.
You want what's best for the baby.
Yeah, don't you? We agreed when we signed the initial papers that you would live with us until the birth, and then you would go back out west to your family as soon as possible.
I didn't say that I was sticking around. I just didn't say when I was gonna go back home. I like it here in Pine Valley. I have my friends, my internship. What's wrong with that?
Nothing. Nothing at all. Pine Valley is a wonderful place to visit. You've got your grandparents, you've got your friends, and soon you'll be having a baby. Our baby. And I just think that if you stay here, you're going to run into us around town, and you'll end up seeing the baby, and that, I would think, would be pretty painful for you. And that would be a pain that you wouldn't have if you lived somewhere else. Kels, you do understand what I'm saying, don't you?
It was a beautiful night. But we're back here now, and we have responsibilities and obligations.
Like Adam.
Yes.
And Janet.
Yes. You're not going to say anything to her, are you?
You're not going to say anything to Adam, are you?
No. What happened was between the two of us. We didn't mean for it to happen. We didn't want to hurt anybody. Can it be just between the two of us? Thank you. Listen, I want you to know that I didn't take it lightly.
I know.
I mean, I'm not that kind of a person.
It's okay. I still respect you.
Also, I want you to know that even though it surprised me, I don't regret it.
I don't either. Brooke, you're a beautiful, loving woman. And I'll always consider myself a very lucky guy for that one night.
I don't know why the people can't see your way. I know you're not out to get Noah. You have a job to do, that's all.
Wish they all could see it so clearly.
They will.
When?
Soon. Meanwhile...
You know, men like Noah are so egotistical. I never got over him. Please, I was over him a long time ago.
Yes. And I think you're doing the best you can. But I think we should go back into the courtroom.
You stare at me, Mateo.
Just hold your head up high. And remember, I'm on your side.
So you don't deny that your fiancé, Noah Kiefer, threatened to kill Louis Greco many, many times?
No, I do not.
And yet you believed, and in fact still believe, that all those threats were meaningless?
Noah's too gentle to murder anyone.
Well, if Noah is so gentle, why were you afraid to tell him things?
I wasn't.
Well, now, when Louis hid in your closet, stole your nightgown, did you tell Noah about that?
Yes.
Right away?
No.
Because you were afraid that he might go after Louis Greco and kill him, isn't that correct?
No. I was afraid that his temper might get him in trouble, not that he would run out and kill anyone.
And the night you went to Hal's Country and Western Bar to confront Louis Greco about gifts you felt he was sending you and your sister. Did you tell Noah about that?
No.
Why not? Were you afraid his temper might get him in trouble?
Yes.
So you went to Hal's alone without telling Noah because you were afraid that he would overreact.
Yes.
Overreact as in murder? Overreact as in kill Louis Greco? That is what you thought, isn't it, Julia? Isn't it?
I know why I should leave Pine Valley, Maria. I'm not stupid.
Honey, nobody's saying that you are. Edmund and I care, and we just want you to be happy.
I get what you're saying.
Okay. Okay, well, I'll let you go ahead and think about it for a while, and we can talk later.
Fine. Happy birthday. It's not fair. Maria has everything. Brains, beauty, a great career, Edmund, and what do I have? Nothing. Nothing except...
And if you respect Brooke, you'll leave this alone and not call that guy back.
You made your point, Stuart.
She'll be proud of you.
Thanks for stopping by.
I'll be proud of you, too.
Goodbye, Stuart.
This is good advice, Adam. Remember it.
It took a lot of courage to come over here and clear the air. Thank you, Pierce.
Well, we understand each other.
We do.
I'll never, ever forget it.
I won't either.
And if you should ever need anything...
You too. Goodbye, Pierce.
Bye.
I'm going to ask you this question again. I want you to answer me yes or no. Now, were there times after Louis Greco was released from prison that you were afraid that your fiancé, Noah Kiefer, would kill him? Yes or no?
Yes. I was desperately afraid something like that might happen. But I was also afraid that I might kill him myself.
Saturday, it's a big night for Tony because Hudson Street is moving and his ex is tying the knot. So Tony's going to make sure that she makes it all the way down the aisle on an all-new Hudson Street. Then, the guy Julia dumped in high school wants to take her out one more time. Problem is, they're going to a TV talk show. Today's topic, you dumped me, now I'm getting even. On an all-new Maybe This Time. What decision will Joey and Dorian make about the future of their relationship?